Hey folks, tonight is a really exciting night. We have wanted to do the chef table dinner on pretty much every cruise since we started cruising. And tonight we're doing it. Symphony of the Seas chef's table. Come along. A chef table dinner is an exclusive meal. There's usually no more than 10 people. It is expensive. It's generally over $100 per person. And that's one of the reasons why I'm narrating this, because it's an expensive and decadent meal and I just wanted to enjoy it. So we were told to meet at Vintages, and I love the way they set this up on the Symphony of the Seas. It's out in Central Park. On some of the ships, it's in the promenade, but I really like this location out in Central Park. We started off with a little wine, then they brought us this lovely tuna appetizer that was so freaking good. And it was here we found out there's only going to be 4 of us for this meal. So we literally had an executive chef cooking for just the 4 of us. They led us on down to the Solarium Bistro, where they have this table specifically set up for the chef table meal. Really cool, like chandelier thing on top. Our chairs were like bird cages. They were really funny. Now, the only minor knock I'm going to put on this dinner is that we were in the Solarium Bistro while the bistro was running. So all around us, there were people, in casual clothes getting their buffet meal and things like that. It would have been nice, because we were paying a premium price, over $100 per person, to have an actual separated area. So, you really do feel like you're in an exclusive dining area, but that is a very minor quibble on what is going to be an amazing meal. A word of warning, if you do this meal, that bread is wickedly delicious, but you got to control yourself, because you've got 5 courses of dinner plus a dessert coming. So try the bread, but just have a little bit. Course 1 was something I've never had before, scallop carpaccio, which essentially raw scallop with yuzu vinaigrette and a crispy quinoa. The chef came out, as he did for every single course. He explained to us, what went into the dish, what the dish is all about, and where the dish even comes from. I will admit, this was my least favorite dish of the entire meal, but I'm really glad I tried it. You got to try new things. Never had scallop carpaccio, so why not? Course 2 is like the most amazing tomato soup I have ever had in my life. It's a smoked tomato soup with garlic focaccia croutons and some Parmesan. And this soup had a really cool backstory. The chef came out and he explained that this was actually a family recipe that he brought on board.
This is my grandmother's secret recipe, slow roasted tomato soup.
My God, this was literally the best tomato soup ever. I just realized, for you wine aficionados, I should tell you which wine was being paired with each course. So with that scallop carpaccio, they gave us a Pinot Grigio from Italy. The brand was Attems, Attems. And with that amazing smoked tomato soup, we had a Chardonnay from Conundrum in California. Course 3 was the most unique Maine lobster salad I think I've ever seen. It had some hearts of palm, it had some pineapple, some cilantro, and a vanilla dressing, and they paired this with a Sauvignon Blanc from Kim Crawford. As somebody who loves to cook, I just really enjoyed having the chef come out, not only explain how each dish was made, but where the inspiration came from, where in the world, what region this dish is from. Oh my gosh, roasted branzino is course 4. Holy moly. Grilled zucchini, peppers, lemon confit, and pesto. And this was paired with a Chardonnay from Cakebread Cellars in California. I really wish you guys could smell this. I wish you could taste it. This was probably the most incredible fish I've ever eaten in my entire life. Course 5 is a grilled filet mignon. Will you look at this thing? Filet mignon, that thing is huge. But more on that in a second. Rebecca doesn't eat meat, so she got some grilled shrimp and some clams on the side. I don't want to say Rebecca was disappointed, but it certainly didn't match up to the level of that, grilled filet mignon dish. I think they could have done something with a different fish, maybe a salmon, even though it would have been a branzino and a salmon. I think they could have put a little bit more effort in replacing that grilled filet for Rebecca. Now back to the meat. Truffle potato puree. There's some asparagus. There's an amazing sauce there. This was paired up with a Cabernet Sauvignon by Oberon in California. People, I have never had a filet like this. It was, I don't even know how to describe it. It was absolutely ridiculous. We were there with another absolutely amazing couple. We became good friends over the meal, and even they said, oh my God, we've never had a filet like this before. This was, I would have paid full price just for this filet. This filet was worth the price of admission for me. And then dessert. Yeah, after all of that, dessert. Oh my God. This is called the World, and you get this in Wonderland. It is a big dark chocolate ball with peanut butter ganache inside, Valrhona chocolate mousse, and salted caramel gelato. They pour this hot, I think it's caramel, maybe it's some hot chocolate or something. They're just pouring right down on there to melt the ball. It is ridiculously amazing. And again, you can get this in Wonderland as one of the desserts. And then I said, what the heck? I got the salted caramel espresso martini to go with the dessert. Why not? It was a good espresso martini. It wasn't the best I've ever had, but it was good. Folks, if you have ever thought about doing a chef's table dinner, I can tell you the one we had on the Symphony of the Seas was divine. A couple of minor quibbles, they could have done a nicer job with Rebecca's plate. It would have been nice if maybe we had a little bit more separation between us and all the diners out there in the buffet, but thank you to the chefs, thank you to the servers, thank you to everybody who put this on. Holy moly, people, chef table dinner, well worth it.